What is going on, everybody? This is France, and we're here for Raw is Desperate Week 2. As after last week's debacle, which didn't go work for them at all, and their actually rating was down, this week, WWE doubled down on the desperation because we had the Bloodline versus the New Day to not main event the show, but to open the show. But Roman didn't wrestle just once. He wrestled twice on this show. As the main event of this show was Biggie versus Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns. How did we get to that? Well, we'll get to that in a second. So, out comes the New Day. We get the big New Day grand introduction with having Biggie doing wow and wherever they were at. And they just came out. They had a little bit of a celebration for him. We get a big "You Deserve It" chant. He says the fans are the best. He says he's here to thank the fans for their chance. He's thankful to everyone who supported them and he won Money in the Bank. He's beyond grateful for all those who lost their minds when he became the WWE champ last week. He's grateful for everyone in the back and the one incredible friend from above, which gets a Brody Lee chant, which is really cool. He lets that pause for a minute. But we have to cut the celebration short because the New Day has business tonight. Because SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, and the little friend, the cousin, the Tribal Chief, the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns, are here. And so Raw is the New Day show, which is funny because up until last week, SmackDown was your show as well, Biggie. And tonight we'll send the Bloodline packing. You know why? Because then we get the New Day's rock chant. Out comes the Bloodline, and I'm thinking, oh, we're going to get some promo time from Roman. Maybe Paul Heyman's going to say something. No. We're going straight into this match, which in the beginning of the show, it's like, why are we getting this match now? Why are we building this up now? You're giving us no reason whatsoever to even watch the rest of the TV show if you're giving us the New Day versus the Bloodline to kick the show off. Of course, with how everything happened at the end, that makes sense now. But this isn't hindsight isn't 2020 back when the show started. So you're sitting there going, is WWE this fucking stupid? Well, they're desperate, but you're gonna sit there and have the main attraction into why anybody would actually want to tune into Monday Night Raw on at the beginning of the show. Who fucking thought that was a good idea? So we have this match, and I'm going to say this right now. Roman Reigns decided, I'm going to fuck Kofi Kingston up. Because before we get to a commercial break, he just takes Kofi outside. He beats him, he batters him, throws him over the announce table, over the on the ring post and everything. He fucked Kofi Kingston up. Just holy shit, Kofi was like dead. When we come back from break, New Day finally get in, and everything's looking good for the New Day until Bobby Lashley makes his presence known, and this doesn't make any sense. He takes out Biggie, he scoops Kofi up, slams him into the ring post, takes out the Usos, sending him into the apron and steel ring steps. Reigns and Roman slowly get up to the ring. Woods is distracted by Lashley. He turns around, did a big spear. Reigns gets the pin of the win. He is the problem. Bobby Lashley did all this in front of the referee. And you can say, oh, but they want the legal guys. It doesn't fucking matter. The guys who were in the fucking match. If it would have been a Roman versus Xavier Woods one-on-one match and everyone else was there just to spectate and be in their teammate's corner, I would have been like, okay, it's fine. But no, they were in the fucking match, whether they were the legal person or not. Any other time we would see the bell ring, but why not this time? So he destroys everybody around the ringside, destroys Woods, destroys Roman, everyone's down, Roman, and Biggie is left. Bobby Lashley's left. while everybody is dead. We see what happened. Bobby Lashley is backstage. He walks in the Sounders of office. He takes about how he's done with. He's not done with Roman and Biggie. Still, this show is still all about Lashley, the real champion. He says he beat Roman one-on-one. He could beat Roman one-on-one in a match. You can say same goes for Biggie. And if you have no problem taking him out, that they put together, because this is the almighty era and it never stops. Steals Pierce down and exits the room. Man, MVP being gone is going to hurt Bobby Lashley. He was the whole package. Him and MVP were the whole deal. If you don't have MVP by this man's side, he's going to be hurting. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You could just tell that this was not good for him. Then we find out that Randy Orton will be taking on AJ Styles later. And then, if you liked the first match, and the first match was pretty good, well, we go from that to Eva Marie versus Piper Niven again. Third week in a row. By the way, did you know Karrion Kross worked main event this week? Karrion Kross, former NXT champion Karrion Kross, who was buried by Vince McMahon night 1, is now working main event. So I'm supposed to take that guy serious, but we have room for Eva Marie and Piper Niven. Before the match starts, Eva Marie gets on the mic and says, "Hey guys, look at me, look at her, look at me again, and look at her. I'm hot, she's fat. You should shame her for being fat and ugly, while you should love me because I'm hot and sexy." Vince McMahon having Eva Marie tell you what he actually feels about Piper Niven. That's why they give her that derogatory name that I will never say. Piper Niven wins in very quick fashion. Do you give a shit? Nope, neither do I. Can we move this woman on? Can Piper Niven do something else? Biggie approaches Adam Pearce and Sonya backstage. He wants Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns. He wants them tonight. Yells them to make the match happen, and he storms off. So yes, you knew it was coming. This match would be the main event. It'll be talked about here in a minute. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. This was, before we get to this match, Paul Heyman comes into Adam Pearce's Sonya vs. Austin, conducting Burton on the phone. He rants about Bobby Lashley coming in and saying he's bringing a message to the tribal chief. There's some yelling for the Bill announces a triple threat match between the two guys, and that is your main event. AKA WWE is desperate because Roman didn't just wrestle once. Biggie did not just wrestle once. They wrestled twice in one night. Tag team match and then a triple threat match to end the show because Vince McMahon is so desperate for attention. You know, AEW made an announcement today that they are teaming up with the Owen Hart Foundation to have an annual tournament. I don't know when it's starting, but they're going to have an annual tournament in the name of Owen Hart, something WWE has not been able to do since he died, because his wife holds them responsible, and rightfully so. So WWE is trying anything they possibly can. They have Monday Night Football to deal with. They're getting beat in the 18 to 49 demographic 2 weeks in a row by AEW on Wednesday nights. Wrestle Votes also said that if things go great with the number tonight, I highly doubt it. Green Bay was playing in the fucking Monday Night Football game, so I doubt anything's going to go for WWE right this week. But if they get a strong number, this isn't going to be the last time we see talent like Roman Reigns and the Bloodline or Bobby Lashley and them going from show to show. We're gonna have the top talent going from SmackDown to Raw, and they can do whatever the fuck they want. And I'm just thinking, end the fucking brand split at that time, because who gives a shit? Why should anyone give a shit if that's what you're going to do? It's just have, well, the number was big, say the number was like higher than it was last week. They get back into 2 million. Oh, well, guess what? Roman's going to be on Raw every week. Seth Rollins will be on Raw every once in a while. Drew McIntyre will go to SmackDown every once in a while, even though he's falling down the card. Lashley will be on SmackDown. Biggie will go back to SmackDown for a bit. And it's just going to be one of those things like, what's the point of the fucking brand split? You do realize the last time the brand split, the first brand split they had, the brand extension they had, ended when they started having talent from Raw and SmackDown ending up on Raw and SmackDown to fill in the void because they didn't have enough talent to have two brands. That's what's happening now. And the sooner they get it over with, the better, in my opinion. I'm just saying, because this is just absolutely fucking ridiculous. By the way, Extreme Rules is on Sunday, and not one match has stipulation. Everything is just regular rules. So I don't know. I don't know why. Oh, I'm sorry. The Universal title match is now officially an Extreme Rules match. So we do have one stipulation apparently on WWE social media. They actually have that now. But it's like, that's it. Everything else is a normal match. So, WWE's got to do something about this. We should be having Extreme Rules type like stipulations. Cage match, tables match, ladder match. Give me something, because having the Roman Reigns in the Demon Balor match be the only Extreme Rules match, it's like, what's the point of the pay-per-view? What's the point? Anyway. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. We've seen this time and time again. Corey Graves even mentioned this match and happened at WrestleMania. It was a good match. These guys cannot have a bad match against each other. They're just that damn good. Randy Orton wins due to distraction from Mr. Matt Riddle. AJ stumbles around. Orton with the catches him, hits the RKO for the pin and the win. What else did you expect? After the match, Orton begins celebrating. His music hits. Fans go wild. We go to replays Team RK Bro continuing on the same page as they celebrate, and AJ down on the outside. And then we get to, obviously we're running it back with RK Bro and AJ No Moss, because MVP and Bobby Lashley were canceled because of last week's desperation move and the fact that MVP is out getting his knee worked on, since he's supposed to be out with a storyline rib injury. The non-Mega Powers explode as Shayna Baszler takes on Nia Jax. And Shayna Baszler dominated this match. I'm really shocked of how this match went because of how WWE's been handling these two tag teaming together. Having Shayna Baszler be the one who takes the pinfall 99% of the time when these guys have matches together. Shayna Baszler would be made to look like the fool, and she would get pinned in the stupidest way. She would be just made to look like a fool. Well, after a short match, she gets the kick through the cut on, gets the grapevine in, and she takes Nia Jax, and Nia Jax passes out. But after the match, Shayna Baszler kicks Nia Jax, takes her down on the outside. She has her against the ring steps, takes her arm, bends it back to put her hand into the ring steps, this hole in the ring steps, kicks it. Nia Jax is rather in pain. Grabs it, puts it up like she would when she fucked Dakota Kai's arm up in storyline and sent her out for a while. You had Nia Jax be like, "Don't, Shayna, don't do it, please don't. No, don't." Shayna does it, and Nia Jax is there, crying in pain, and I'm smiling the whole time it's done, because it's like, this is karma for all the injuries that you've done to everybody. I know it's all kayfabe and shit, and she's probably not really hurt. Maybe she's actually injured, and this was a way to write her off. Which, I ain't gonna miss her if she's gone for a while. You ain't gonna miss her. It's Nia fucking Jax. She sucks at her job. Moving on. But that's the end of that. Now, we had Mansoor and Mustafa Ali, and they weren't facing Mason Teabag. They were facing the cousins, Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. Why is this team together after going to war with each other over a period of a year and a half or so? Oh, because they realized that they're cousins, and that family is one of the strongest bonds in professional wrestling. And of course, they talked about, and Garza talked about them being two handsome men. And honestly, I'm behind this. I want to see what these guys can do. Mustafa Ali and Mansoor, whatever they were planning to do with these guys, that died when Mason T-Bar beat them in Ali's hometown. Vince McMahon's given up on these guys because they lose this match. It was a decent match, but Garza and Humberto Carrillo look good together. They're cousins. I'm sure these guys have wrestled together on the indies and at home and all these other places they've been. So it's not surprising. They look good together. They just gotta get some matching attire. Maybe they can get Humberto some rip away pants as well. And yeah, the cousins win a pretty decent match. Hell of a fucking combo move as they have Humberto Carrillo go for what the hell is that submission? Like, he flips over and has him up. He flips over, has him up in the, I think it's the Muda Lock or whatever that thing is. Garza comes over, kicks him. I'm sorry. Yeah, Garza comes over, kicks him while he's down in the submission. Carrillo covers. 1, 2, 3. They pick up the win. They look good together. I give these guys all the props in the world. I hope these guys are going to be doing something better than just doing nothing. So I will give it to them. Good on them. Good on them. So Humberto Carrillo, Angel Garza, the next tag team to, and unlike other tag teams, they are definitely two that you can sit there and go, well, the family, so they're going to gel a lot better than some teams do, and it takes a lot longer time for those guys. We get a pre-recorded vignette from Karrion Kross, which honestly, I really don't care. They have killed this guy to the point where nobody's going to care about this guy at all whatsoever. We're just not. He's working main event now, and I'm supposed to take this guy seriously. I didn't notice at the end of his promo when he says fall and pray, Scarlett's voice could be heard saying fall and pray. So maybe next time we see him on Monday Night Raw, his wife will be with him. Because honestly, Karrion Kross by himself was just another musclehead, meathead on Monday Night Raw who's going to do absolutely nothing. Women's Tag Team title match, Nikki Trash and Rhea Ripley versus Natalya and Tamina. So, they come down, the challenge come out and said, I'd like to talk about Connor's cure before the match. Ripley gets emotional in the middle of her promo, but talks about pediatric cancer and later this month and dedicating the match to the kids, to everyone who's been affected by pediatric cancer, and everyone who supports Connor's cure. Did you really have to bring that out? Good on them. Good for them. Match goes maybe 4 minutes. Natalya goes for a sharpshooter on Nikki while Ripley distracts her by slamming Tamina on the edge with a riptide. Nikki takes advantage and strikes with the most devastating move in professional wrestling. And say it with me, she beat her with a roll-up. Yes, we have new SmackDown Tag Team Champions as Nikki, ASH, and Rhea Ripley have defeated Tamina and Natalya. I don't care. Why should anyone care? These titles, they have done nothing with these titles. I mean, look at Natalya and Tamina's entire title reign. Loss. Where win? Loss. And again, where's Shotzi Blackheart? Where's Tegan Knox? They won, not one, not two, but 3 matches against the former champions in non-title matches and never got a title shot. Why did these guys get a title shot when the other two have just disappeared off of the face of the earth? They haven't wrestled in a while. I don't know. We go to Alexa's playground, and I'm not doing the Charbot voice tonight because I have a sinus problem going on, and it's annoying the hell out of me. But Alexa comes down, Charlotte comes down. Alexa offers her to sit where she wants. He tells her she's gonna stand up so they can she points to how she used to be a competitor. Bliss noticed that you didn't bring Charlie with you. You get a Charlie chant. Flair says Bliss is embarrassing himself. She doesn't want Charlie. Fans boo. Flair wants Bliss, the old Bliss back. The 5 Feet of Fury, the once championship material. Flair says Bliss can fool everyone at home, but not her, because this is an all pathetic attempt at hiding how fragile Bliss really is. Flair goes on and says Bliss used to come to the ring with the title under her arm. Now she comes with a doll under her arm. Asks, how does it feel to have a doll that is more how does it feel to be the doll is more popular than you? Flair talks about how things are different because they were on the same brand, because you used to be, when you were champ, I was on SmackDown, or I was on Raw when you were SmackDown champion, but now we're on the same brand. And how I'm go from main event to WrestleMania 35 to playing with dolls. That she's going to beat a grown-ass man. I've beaten an almost superhero. I've beaten a nightmare, and now I'm going to be a grown-ass woman playing around like a kid. Flair says this is all a desperate cry for help, and she's going to make it her job to beat the Sens into Bliss and ask if Bliss wants that done tonight or this Sunday at Extreme Rules. Bliss talks about Flair's insecurities and how she has nothing She has nothing if she doesn't have the title. She doesn't need titles to know who she is. She's Flair. Bliss says, Bliss laughs and leaps onto Flair, but Flair catches her and tosses her to the mat. Flair charges and levels Bliss with a kick. Bliss approaches Lily, but Bliss jumps on her back. Slams at the mat, picks up Charlie, raises it in the air, rips it apart to a mixed reaction. Bliss jumps up as she's going for Lily now. This tangles some more and ends up dropping. Bliss drops Flair. Bliss grabs Lily and clutches her as Flair regroups up ringside, reaching in the middle to grab the title. Flair backs up the ramp, pulling Charlie apart some more, and Bliss watches on. I couldn't care less. I mean, it is like, Bliss is really good on the mic. She really is. But does anyone really care? I know, I sure as hell don't. The sooner, it's like, I just want this stuff to end. Bliss's best work was when she was with Bray Wyatt and was the secondary character in the Bray Wyatt story. Since Bray Wyatt's gimmick was given to her, she has just been meh at best. Drake Maverick's backstage with Gulak, who cares to down our truth with 24/7 stuff. I don't care. And then we go to Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus. If Jeff Hardy wins this match, he gets added to the triple threat match. To the match at Extreme Rules, and it will be a triple threat. Why is this match happening when Damian Priest beat him in an open challenge the week before? Your guess is as good as mine. The only thing I can think of is WWE begrudgingly regrets having him go out there and charge and run after the 24/7 championship, to the point where they're like, we gotta make good on this and do something, or WWE fans are just gonna fucking... Again, I said it a couple weeks ago when I had that massive rant. If you don't have anything for this guy, get him off of TV and fire him. Let him go, be his let him go, be with his brother, and move on. Because you're not doing this guy any favors. By the way, killer paint for Jeff Hardy tonight. WWE put it up on his social media. My God, that is creepy as shit. So they have a match here. Goes about 4.5 minutes. Twist of fate, swanton bomb, but Sheamus gets his knees up. Sheamus looks to capitalize, but Hardy counters with the most devastating move in all of professional wrestling. And say it with me, he beat him with the roll up. Jeff Hardy wins. Jeff Hardy is in the triple threat. There's not a triple threat with Jeff Hardy, Sheamus, and Damian Priest. Why? I don't know. After the match, it was confirmed. Hardy goes up back with the ramp. Sheamus goes to Priest, who was on commentary, and says, "This is your fault. Why should I have had to wrestle him?" They fight, they brawl, they beat the shit out of each other, they fight into the ring, Breeze clothesline Sheamus over the top rope, both laying on the hard to end the segment. And then we go to our main event, Biggie, Bobby Lashley, and Roman Reigns. Roman was wearing a red glove by the day. He's not wearing, by the way, he's not wearing the gold glove he usually wears, he was wearing a red glove. Nice little touch right there. From this matchup, near fall after near fall after near fall, big move after big move after big move, chair shot, chair shot, chair shot, spear, Lashley loses. What else did you expect? Roman won. Biggie is not pinned, but he does not win. He loses his second match. He's on the losing end of his second match as WWE Champion. And Bobby Lashley, who did not have a championship, was going to be the one to take the pin. What did you accomplish? Did anyone feel like they were better off after this match was over? Hell no. So why should I care about anything going on in Extreme Rules? By the way, it still hasn't been made official that Bobby Lashley and Biggie are going to have a match at Extreme Rules. That match has not been made official. We still only have about 6 matches at Extreme Rules, so I don't know what they're going to be doing going on at Extreme Rules for Bobby Lashley and Biggie, if they're even going to have a match. So, Monday Night Raw, from start to finish, you had the opening, which was good. You had the ending, which was meh. And yeah, the middle was just there. If they really think that this is going to be anything to help Raw's ratings, they're out of their fucking mind. There was nothing between the first episode, the first match, and the fucking last match that anyone's going to give a shit about. So there you go. WWE Raw fucking sucked. Again. But I'm not surprised. It always sucks. Did you have a good opening match? Yes. Did you have a good main event? It was fun. It was fine. But again, get rid of this 24/7 stuff. Get rid of Eva Marie. I guarantee you, the moment Eva Marie came on TV and her music hit, thousands of people, maybe millions of people, changed the channel to watch the Packers destroy the Lions or something else. Because nobody fucking cares about Eva Marie. Oh, you're talking about Eva Marie, so you must care. No, I don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see Eva Marie. The ratings show it. Alexa Bliss and Charbot was fine. It was an okay segment. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, it was WWE's sad attempt to try and match what Ruby Soho did on last Friday, just owning the women's champion in that company. But that is your Monday Night Raw review. Hit that subscribe button, comment down below, like or dislike this video. Follow me on Minds at the Frost Club. Follow me on twitch.tv/the Frost Club, and follow me on Instagram at the Frost Club. And I will see you guys on Wednesday for part 1 of Grand Slam. Until then, my name is the Frost, and I'll see you guys later.